Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast in my segment called the Boruto Review. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. So basically, once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some citation adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you have to watch this audio podcast recording podcast. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, the episode starts off. We see Sasuke, Shikamaru, and Naruto, and in the Kage outfits having a meeting. So basically, they figured after Yoshiki they figured since Yoshiki tried to kidnap the one tail beast, they figured they still want to get all the tail beasts and revive the divine tree and shit like that to make food pills. So basically, Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru was like figured that Yoshiki the only reason why he would go after the tail beast because he needs all the tail beast to to bring the divine tree back and shit to make food, make those special pills that keeps him in his kind, young and powerful and shit like that. So basically, Naruto's like me and the rest of me and the rest of the Kage is gonna post another summit, but I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tell the other tail beasts about about the threat about the threat of Yoshiki and his clan and his people might be coming for them. So basically, Sasuke said that's a good idea, but still, and Sasuke is like, but still, how come the one tail beast is not inside you yet? Why is he still in the tea kettle? Cause the one tail beast doesn't want to go inside Naruto's body because of Kuma, aka the nine-tailed fox. So basically, that's why the one-tailed beast doesn't want to go inside Naruto's body because him and Kuma don't get along. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, like the one-tailed beast refused to go inside Naruto because him and Kuma don't get along. So basically, so since you can't get along, you have to stay in that tea kettle until we set up an area for you and the rest of the tail beasts can be safe at. So basically, Naruto say they're setting up a special place for the tail beast to be safe from Yoshiki and the whole Oshiki clan. But until the place is set up, you have to be stuck in that tea kettle for a bit longer. So basically, at least so basically one tail beast for fun. At least I'd rather be stuck in this tea kettle, but inside your body with that fox. It's like and a nine-tailed fox spawned. It's like well, at least I ain't stuck in no teapot. So basically Naruto took the one-tailed beast home with him and introduced him to Obahime and Hinata. So basically Hinata thought he was cute and whatnot, he said was cute whatnot. So basically Naruto is afraid this is not a toy one-tailed beast toy. He's the actual one-tailed beast, but he's inside the teapot because for his own protection. So therefore and so basically Naruto was explaining to his daughter Omihime that the one-tailed beast is in that teapot because there's some people looking for him, blah blah blah. So basically he's gonna be staying with us for a while. So anyway, Naruto Naruto explains some more details about the tail beast, him being a Jinchuriki and whatnot. So basically, blah 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 to Boruto and Obihime. So basically, Obihime says if the fox lives inside you, can he ever come out? Well, Naruto explains he could come out, but he doesn't want to. So basically, so basically over here was hoping that, maybe over here was hoping that that Kuma will come out, and say hey to him and whatnot. But Naruto explained that Kuma is not a very social. He's not a very social one-tailed beast. So anyway, so basically, the one-tailed beast is Joe shade at Kuma and whatnot. So basically, they was arguing back and forth since the one-tailed beast can hear Kuma, the others were kind of couldn't hear is since Naruto and the One Tail Beast can hear what Kuma is saying and whatnot. So basically, Obihime and Boruto had no clue that that the One Tail Beast was arguing with the Nine Tail Beast while he was while the one was arguing with arguing with Kuma and the One Tail Beast and shit like that. Blah blah blah. So anyway. So anyway, so basically, basically this was the episode that displayed everything, blah blah blah. So basically, later that night, when Obihime went to sleep, when Naruto talked Obihime into bed for later that night, Naruto was having a conversation. So I got ahead of myself. Anyway, Naruto makes the contact the other tail beast, but to have a meeting at in the acid plains of where Kuma is. So basically, Naruto uses makes to contact the tail beast, but the two tail, the five tail, so basically the two tail, the five tail, and the seven tail did not come to Naruto's little meeting in the actual plane of the tail beast. So basically, so the five tail, the seven tail, and the two tail didn't come to Naruto's meeting with the other beasts, with the other tail beasts. So basically, Naruto is saying that that the Oshishi clan might come after you, whatnot. So basically, was telling the other tail beasts that that the Oshishi clan might come after you guys. So basically, I set up a special zone for you guys to be safe at, but if you can tell the other tail beasts who didn't show up, there's a special zone I'm setting up for them. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, he was telling the tail beast who was there at the meeting that I'm setting up a special zone for you guys to be safe from the Oshishi clan. So basically, you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome to stay there. But if you don't want to go, if you guys are happy where you guys are at right now, so basically, that's okay, but still, there's an option. So basically, it's like Naruto was explaining that I'm setting a special safe place for you guys to be safe from the Oshishi clan won't find you. But if you don't want to go there, you just want to stay with you at, that's okay. So basically, blah blah blah, and also told the other tail beast that they should show up at the meeting to tell him about the safe zone that I'm setting up for you tail beasts and whatnot. So basically, after Naruto had his meeting with the other tail beasts, he tucked Obihime into bed. So Obihime fell asleep. So basically, he tucked him. So basically, he tucked Obihime in the bed in her bed and whatnot, and he started have a conversation of the start to have a conversation with Kuma. So basically, so basically Naruto said, I remember the day of my inauguration when Omihime's Byakugan activated, she knocked me out, and also knocked you out as well. Turns out turns out when Naruto got knocked out when Omihime will use her Byakugan to knock Naruto out with her palm technique, she was able to knock Kuma out as well. When Omihime's Byakugan activated, and he used the pawn technique to shut down Naruto's chakra network. He was able to shut down Naruto's chakra points, therefore knocking him out. He was able. It turns out that Kuma was knocked out because of that, because of Omihime's Byakugan. When her Byakugan activated, she's able to disable Naruto's temporarily disable Naruto's chakra network and knock Naruto out for a half a day, and also knock Kuma out as well. So basically, yeah, I remember that day too. I was out like a light, but still, you gotta make your warriors powerful. So anyway, when Naruto left the room, turns out the one-tailed beast heard everything, heard the conversation that Naruto and Kuma was having. So basically, the one-tailed beast figured that he can use. He can use Omihime's to knock out the fox like he did before, and to get back at him for teaching him being in that pot. So basically, the one-tailed beast, finds to use Omihime's and to access her power to knock out the one-tailed beast like he did before by accident. So anyway, the next day, Naruto and the whole family spent the whole day to each other. So they went shopping, they had something to eat and whatnot, and they went to the park. Naruto fell asleep at the park. So basically, everything was. So basically, when they got to the park, Naruto fell asleep at the park. So basically, everything was going. So basically, everybody was having a good time until the one-tailed beast asked, do you remember how your father got knocked out during his inauguration? So basically, he was trying to get Omihime to activate her Byakugan and whatnot, but she doesn't remember how she doesn't remember that whole thing. So basically, she's like, every time her Byakugan activate when she's under most of the stress, she doesn't remember what happened after that. So basically, the one-tailed beast is you're useless. Useless and whatnot, and he decides to go to sleep under the tree and tell Omihime, don't bother me anymore. So anyway, Omihime was kind of sad and left the one-tailed beast at the tree while he sleep by the tree and whatnot, and went to go join Boruto, who's at the snack truck eating food and shit like that. So anyway, one of the people who were cleaning the park, one of the park people who was saw the tea kettle, saw the tea kettle where the one-tailed beast is in, and thought it was trash and had the pot sent to the scrap yard. So basically, the pot people one pot people saw the pot where where the one tail beast is inside, thought it was just trash, and and took it to the scrapyard nearby. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, Omihime went back to Boruto, and Boruto said, hey, where's the one tail beast? She said he's sleeping under the tree. So basically, Boruto, so Omihime took Boruto to the tree where the one tail beast was, and when they got there he was gone. So basically he started one of the park people who was cleaning the area, have you seen a pot? Yes, we did. We took it to the scrapyard nearby. So basically, what the one tail beast is not aware that he's in the scrapyard, he's in the scrapyard in a pile of metal scrap somewhere. So basically, the one tail was still asleep, not aware that he's in a giant metal scrap pile in a junkyard somewhere. So basically, Boruto Omihime went to the scrapyard, but since they couldn't find the one tail beast, Boruto's like, I wish for real Mom with us. That way she could use her Byakugan to find the one tail beast. So basically at that moment, Omihime was so worried about the one tail beast being lost in this giant in the scrapyard. That's when her Byakugan activated. She used her Byakugan to find where the one tail beast is at in the junk pile. So basically, she used her. So basically. I saw a time ago. So basically, Omihime was so stressed that was so stressed that the one tailed beast is lost in this giant somewhere in the scrapyard. That's when her Byakugan activated. She found the one tail. She found the tower where the one tailed beast is at. And she sent the part. She sent that part. She hit the. She used her palm to send that pile of metal fire into the sky. And the part that the one tailed beast was in, and the one tailed beast woke up and saw Omihime jump in the sky and catch him. But and that once she so basically when Omihime was in the fire of scrap and the one tailed beast fire into the sky, she jumped in the air and caught the one tailed beast, and that's when her Byakugan wore off and she was back to normal, and Boruto caught Omihime and everything was fine. So anyway, so basically the one tailed beast was kind of impressed about Omihime's Byakugan ability. So basically, later that night, Naruto and Omihime fell asleep on the couch, and that's when the one tailed beast and Kuma started to have a conversation about whatnot. So basically, letting bygones be bygones and whatnot. So basically, the one tailed beast comment that you have the ability to call. So basically, so basically the one tailed beast and Kuma had a conversation, about Naruto and his family, and about simple things and whatnot. So anyway, the next day, Naruto was about to leave. The next day, Naruto took the one tailed beast away from his house, but the one tailed beast in his own way said goodbye to Omihime, and in his own way using his tail to wave goodbye for Omihime and whatnot. So basically, turns out that the safe place that Naruto was working on for the tailed beast is finished now, and preparations. So basically Shikida told Naruto that that the safe zone that they're building for the tailed beast is finished. So basically So basically, you can take the one tail beast there. So basically, like yeah. So basically, Naruto is like yeah, and plus the next whole Kage the next Kage summit is coming up as well. So basically, this how the episode ended with Naruto, the One Tail Beast, and Naruto and the One Tail Beast, with Naruto and One Tail Beast, and Shikamaru in the office, worried about the threat of the Oshichi clan and whatnot, and about and believe that the special zone for the Tail Beast to be safe at it's now finished and whatnot, and this is how the episode ended. So anyway, this episode was a pretty good episode. We finally get to see Omahime in action, even though it's a brief action, but it's good to see Omahime in action. So anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, like always, it's Shinji Michael from Scooby Doo. Sign off. 1,